What's it like compared to other games you've played?
Quite different because you can add on blocks to make it larger. You can also tilt the games and they'll move.
So you can move things around by tilting or by touching or by putting the blocks together. Welcome to Family Gamer TV. We're looking at these Sifteo cubes today, which are a little device where you have these interactive cubes that work together to create a game. So is that something you've heard of before, Ellen?
No.
So shall we open them, have a look? This is a generation 2 of these cubes. Now, as you can see, Ellen's already picking them up and shaking them around. You have these little interactive cubes which have a touch screen and a tilt sensitive. Now, they let you play a variety of different games. But what's different in the Series 2 of these is that rather than needing a PC to get them working, you can just plug them in to, or use them with this base station unit, which is also the volume. So the sound comes out of here. But this coordinates everything that's happening with the little Sifteo interactive cubes so that you don't need to plug it into a PC. Also, on these Series 2, they also come, rather than with your own built-in battery, you can just put a pen-like battery, a AAA battery in the back, which means if they run out, it's a little bit easier to replace. What do you think of them so far, Ellen?
They're quite cool.
What do you think you have to do with them?
Maybe if you put them next to each other, you can go in the same game.
Should we turn them on and see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay. So press this button. You can see the cubes are going on. Now, one of the cubes will be the control cube. As you can see, this offers you the choice of what you're doing. If I tilt it, you get different options, and you can choose the one you want to play by tapping it. So these are the variety of different games you can start. So let's pick one for Ellen to try. We'll try this one. So you just touch the screen, and then that starts. But not only on this cube, but also the others as well. So over there, Ellen's ones have sprung to life as well. So, can you see what's happening on your cubes? So loading up. The base unit comes with the controller and 3 cubes, and we've got an extra cube as well. So here you go. You can start one of these games. So this is the starter cube. We can choose which level we want. Now, what Ellen has discovered already about these is that you can tilt and touch the screens, but what she hasn't discovered, and what the first game will show, is that you can place them next to each other, and they know which other cubes are there, which actually opens the door to all sorts of unusual ways of playing. And what I like about them is that, well, firstly, you can play with any number, and I think it supports up to 10 cubes with the new system. And the more you have, the more adventures you can go on. You can download new games for them from the internet via your PC. And they're working on a variety of new titles with some really proper, full-on games creators. The screens are pretty good. They have a slight odd sheen to them if you look at them from an angle. And the touch screen only really works if you press it in the middle. But apart from that, I think the technology is really good. And as you can see, Ellen's enjoying it. And what it does is it creates a completely new way to play a game and to interact with it, because it's a physical thing, because you're moving them around and shuffling the pieces in the real world. It feels almost like a puzzle game, almost like a board game. And the sorts of experiences I think which will work best on this are those that capitalise on that. It's going to be interesting to see how this works going forward and how well they manage to get support of software for it. But certainly, I think as a sort of first outing and as a second generation Sifteo cubes, we're pretty impressed, really. What do you think, Ellen? You've played it for a little bit now. What's it like compared to other games you've played?
It's quite different because you can add on blocks to make it larger, and then you can also tilt the games and they'll move.
So you can move things around by tilting or by touching or by putting the blocks together. So you've got lots of different ways to play it.
Yeah.
And what's been your favourite game you've played in so far?
The Sandwich Kingdom.
Which is this little adventure where you're putting pieces, you put the blocks next to each other, as Ellen's doing now, and that slowly unveils the map. So if you want to move to the left or to the right or down, you can move down the world by placing adjacent blocks. And it means you can leave, if you've got lots of the blocks, you can leave them in place and sort of see the world come out. It reminded me quite a lot of the way we play Carcassonne. The kids really like that sort of map creation aspect of it. So there you go, that's our little review of the Sifteo cubes, and we'll be sort of tracking with this, seeing what new games they bring out, and keeping you up to date.